Welcome to the Expedition to Try podcast. We have no idea what we're doing in our lives, and we're assuming you don't either. So thanks for listening. Hopefully, we can figure it out together. This is Brendan. I met
How's it
him,
going?
a week, 2.5 weeks ago.
Sure, yeah.
We met at
Sounds
a
right.
party. Um,
It was a networking event.
yeah, and yeah, let's make it sound much better than it was. It was a networking event. No alcohol was served. So this is the second time we've ever interacted with each other.
Hmm.
So thanks for coming on. Not a lot of people
Sure.
would, especially after we just met. But
Well,
you can introduce yourself.
yeah, I'm just here to try something new. It seemed like fun. Yeah, I'm Brendan. I went to school at Binghamton here, Binghamton University. Right now, I just graduated in May. So that was what 6 months ago, right?
Oh,
Almost.
last May, yeah.
Yeah, last May.
Hmm.
For reference, it is now January.
Yeah,
I've
true.
been I've been working at Lockheed Martin for 6 months since July, and right now I'm just trying to take it one day at a time. And
Lockheed Martin. Is that what do they do?
it is the largest defense contractor
Oh boy.
in I think the world,
So
definitely
what'd you
U.S.
go to school for?
Uh, Computer engineering.
Oh, okay. I think did I ask you? Do you know someone named Andy Oliver?
I don't know who
No,
that
he
is.
was.
Is he
Oh well,
another computer engineer?
he was not engine. I guess it's completely different. He was computer science.
Oh, those guys are huge nerds.
Yeah.
We're the cool ones.
So what do you do? What are you doing exactly at Lockheed?
So I work in the RMS sector, which stands for Rotary Mission Systems,
Okay.
and it's a fancy way of saying helicopters.
Oh, rad.
So yeah, it's always really validate. That's probably the most validating part of my job is when
Yeah.
because they do flight tests in the campus. It's not really a campus, but I'll call it a camp.
Yeah.
I don't want to call it a compound either because
Yeah.
that has its own
That sounds worse.
connotations.
Yeah.
So we'll call it a campus. They have flight tests going when you know they get the helicopters up in the air. That's like the most validating part of my job. It's
That's
all
awesome. So you run the numbers and stuff on that, or
awesome.
test to make sure everything's running smoothly?
Well, we do top to bottom. So nowadays, almost every big company, that used to be manufacturing, there's a big software element.
Mm.
So like GM, pretty much every
Yeah.
company is really involved with software, and Lockheed, they're no different.
Yeah.
They used to be pretty big. I mean, they still are very big in the just physically making that sort of stuff.
Mm.
But also like the software is probably the biggest part of it. So,
Yeah.
testing, developing, all that top to bottom software is
Awesome.
mostly what I'm
Is
involved
that
with.
fun? Do you enjoy it?
So I'm kind of I'm still new. I mean,
You're right.
6 months sounds like a long time, but really I still have a lot to learn.
Oh,
So
definitely. I can I can imagine that.
yeah, so the stuff that I do is more of the more nitty gritty sort of stuff.
Mm.
So I mean, it's not always as fun,
Right.
but I figure as long as it's engaging
Yeah.
and I'm doing a good job, then I'll be happy there.
Yeah, definitely.
That's my thought.
Is that what you planned on doing when you went to school? Were you planning on going into something
Um,
like that?
so Binghamton is I didn't know it at the time
Mhm.
when I was applying or going to class or anything like that. But they have pretty close connections with a lot of the defense contractors and that sort of thing near here because those are just the engineering. That's where engineering jobs take place. So I didn't know that that would be I would be going into the defense industry necessarily,
Mm.
but that's kind of what you go to school here to do. Almost, I won't say that, but like it's a pretty clear path. If you go to
Yeah.
Binghamton, there's a good chance that you can get a job at Lockheed,
like right out,
BAE,
like one of the bigger companies.
yeah, Raytheon. All those companies are pretty active in this area. IBM. So,
Is IBM? I thought IBM was out now.
so I mean,
You probably know all the drama in it.
yeah. So we actually the Owego RMS for Lockheed is actually the old IBM building.
Oh,
So
okay.
so they moved in after IBM left. They still have a presence here,
Yeah.
but of course it's not as big.
Right. Yeah. Some older guy I was talking to told me like he was laid off from IBM and stuff like years ago, and like everything just went to shit. I don't know, but that's pretty cool. So, when did you decide you wanted to do the computer engineering?
Um, so I sort of took it one step at a time. So I came to Binghamton. They said, all right, you have five types of engineering that you can do.
Okay.
So you can do mechanical,
Yeah.
computer, electrical, biomedical, and there's one other one that I'm forgetting. But I didn't pick that one, so that one's not important.
Yeah.
Um, biomedical, you have to do more science classes than the
It's
other ones.
crazy. My cousin did biomedical. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. So, I mean, those people I consider the smartest
That's wild.
of the
Yeah.
engineers. I really do. So I ruled that one out immediately because it sounded like, you know what, if I have five, it's ISC, Industrial Systems.
Oh, that's the fifth one?
Yeah.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah.
I didn't know there were five.
Yeah. We make fun of them because we think it's the easiest one because they take like Excel class. Well, maybe they do. I don't really know. But they take more of like the management classes.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure that sentiment has carried forward into the actual world. Because,
So it's
like,
kind of like the business
almost
business major of, in terms of like classwork and stuff. Well, nothing's easy, but it's
No.
like
Well, I think they do more papers and presentations and
Okay.
stuff, and we don't. The hardcore engineers think that that's not as difficult as
Right.
like hard math and stuff like that. But I mean, it's hard for different reasons. So
yeah.
I'm not going to say that they're any less, valid engineers
Just
than I am.
call out all those majors right in
Well,
front, right on camera.
I'm not going to do that.
We're calling you up.
But they know that everybody else knows. They already know it.
Oh, okay. At
Yeah.
least they know. All right,
Yeah.
cool.
We still make fun of them.
So you
But-
knew you were going to do engineering though when you came in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I did, and that was largely because of my teachers in high school. They sort of pushed me in that direction. They were like, you're good at math, you're good at physics, you're good at science and stuff. You should probably do engineering. And there were like these engineering classes, which they weren't like hard math kind of things. They were more like just like building stuff, like messing around with robots.
Pretty cool.
And all that stuff, like, I mean, to have as a class
Yeah.
is a lot of fun. So
Yeah.
so I was like, you know what? If engineering is about messing around with stuff I'm good at and just like building cool shit, why not? I'm in, right? So sophomore year you have to choose
focus.
one of the five.
Yeah.
So what I did was I made the decision to not make a decision, and I went for computer and electrical because they're in the same department.
Uh-huh.
So you can go one route or the other after
Yeah.
that.
Okay.
So I was just like, you know what? I'm still not totally sure.
Yeah.
Let's just leave myself open
Do both.
to just keep my options open
Yeah.
as much as possible.
No, that's good.
So eventually I went down computer engineering
Interesting.
because that's what my friends were doing.
Very cool. All right. Well, it sounds like you've got your shit together. So.
Well, yeah.
And
You
maybe
start
it
off the
sounds like it,
podcast-
right?
You start off the podcast by saying like, "Oh, neither of us know what we're doing." But I'd like to think that I can pretend to have some sort of path.
Well, so
It's a
then
long path.
the first question that I only have like 3 questions that I like to ask the people.
Okay.
First question, on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being not at all and 10 being very,
Okay.
how confused are you about like where you are in life or like where you plan on going in your life and like just life in general, I guess.
So I'm gonna take a second
Yeah, go
to
ahead.
process that question and come up with an answer. Um, I think it's silly to plan too far ahead.
Mhm,
I
definitely.
think I've just how I've been, going down this path is just taking
Step by step.
step by step, 1 year at a time, um, making the choices that just seem the easiest.
Right.
Like, this seems like a reasonable thing to do,
Yeah.
and maybe that's credit to I've just gotten very lucky and I
Yeah.
haven't had to make any difficult decisions.
Let's
Um,
keep it that way. Hopefully it
yeah,
stays
but
like that.
but the key I think that it just makes the most sense to just always keep your options as open as possible.
Mhm.
And I've always tried to make decisions that would let me do that.
Right.
So it's not that I have anything figured out. It's that like I'm leaving myself wiggle room to make the easiest decision. And
If you need to.
yeah,
So you're
exactly.
like just always ready to, you're adaptable.
Sure, you have to be flexible.
Definitely.
And I mean, going into engineering is part of that. You can, if I say I'm an engineer, I can get a job doing all sorts of different
Right.
things.
Yeah. So if you don't like the one you're at now, you can just try something else. Do you see yourself? So like it does seem like you're doing pretty well. You're probably on the lower scale of confusion. Maybe it's not necessarily the like finding a job or anything like that.
Hmm.
It might be something else that you're more confused about, like just being an adult, taxes. That's my biggest thing.
Well, I don't know how to do. I've never done my taxes myself,
Neither have
so there you go.
I. So I have no idea how to do it. I always get the form and I don't know what to do with
Yeah, that'll be a fun birthday gift.
it.
My birthday is April 6th, so
Oh, it's tax.
I'm probably going to be doing my taxes on my birthday.
Oh, that's awful.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
So are you planning on staying at Lockheed and living in Binghamton, or like what's your plan with all that?
Well, for the foreseeable future, yeah.
Right. Okay.
So it's kind of, since it's a contract business, I have a specific contract that I'm working on right now. Not me personally, but
Right.
I'm on a team of people who are
Yeah.
doing a specific contract. So I've been told that specific contract is probably going to be finishing up in about a year from now.
Okay.
So that's perfect.
Right.
That seems like a perfect milestone. In 1 year from now, we'll have been at the company for a year and a half.
Right.
That's usually like a pretty good time to evaluate,
Yeah.
how you've been doing.
Right.
You know, that's kind of be my milestone.
And then you'll start doing that the figuring stuff out again.
Exactly.
That's your wiggle room area.
Exactly.
So right now you're just kind of you're set. You're ready to stick this out.
Yeah.
And then figure it out. That's pretty good. See, I working jobs like gives me anxiety. Like I hate jobs. Just
I
like
understand.
working for other people. I actually just quit my job a couple weeks ago. That
How
I
many
was
weeks ago?
quit it mid-January.
Wow.
Yeah. And I was only there for 4 months,
Okay.
but I hated it. So like it sounds like you're enjoying it, even though you're doing like more the nitty gritty stuff because
Sure.
like you said you're new. Uh, but if you are enjoying it, then like by all means, it's the best thing to do to work a job. Like I'm trying to find one that I actually can enjoy. Do you